Luke Smith here with the Packsmith Dog Training. The reason I'm making a video while I'm driving, which I understand is not always the best of ideas, is because I had an inspiration and come along driving down Highway 47 south out of Warrenton, and there is a pair of beagles out in the middle of the road, which I understand. Like, I'm not upset with whoever has got it. They had apparently had some collars on them, some either fence collars or training collars, one of the two, so somebody's taking the right steps in that direction, but something had happened to where the dogs still ended up wandering around in the middle of the road. And I think had I not been stopped, that the people coming the other way probably would have hit one of the dogs, because they started to slow down because they saw me stop in the middle of the road. But so I wanted to talk to you guys about that, and if you do have a safe way to go about doing this and you end up seeing a dog that is wandering around the middle of the road, of course, first thing you can do is pick the dog up. If you can get it to get in the car with you, take it to where it belongs. That's a great idea, obviously. But a lot of times that won't work out. The dog's shy enough to where they won't come to you. And in that instance, the best thing you can do, even though it may seem mean to some of the soft-hearted people in the world, is to frighten the dog and run it away from the road. Because dogs create associations in their mind, and whenever they get the opportunity to meander around and wander around the road's nice and warm, especially on a cool day like this. You know, there's benefits to being able to wander on the road. It's nice and smooth on their paws, all sorts of good things. So what happens is they find out that the road is the nice place to be. So we want to change their perception on that, if at all possible, to get them to understand that a road is a place where things are going to come and attack you. So that sounds mean, and we're not doing it out of any sort of desire to be mean to the dogs. What we're doing is we are trying to create that association that the road is a place to avoid at all times, because something will come out there and put pressure on me, the dog. If I'm out in this area, the road is the place where things come and run me off. So therefore, and they become aggressive to me. So if I can just stay off of the road, then nothing is going to become aggressive to me, because out in the woods, that's not going to happen very often. So we as humans stand upright. We're one of the more intimidating creatures that you can run into in the world. And so we have the opportunity to create this association in the brain. You might actually end up saving the life of a dog by stepping out of your comfort zone and pretending to be aggressive towards this dog and run it off. Make your voice very unpleasant and harsh, and wave your hands around, posture at the dog, come at it and be big and intimidating, and then they'll run it off. And then as soon as they get off of the road, give them some space, get back in your car, and get out of traffic. Again, don't do this if this is a bad situation, if it's not a safe situation to do that. I'm sure I take liberties that I probably shouldn't take, and I'm not advising any of you guys to do that. But if you get to the position to where none of the other stuff is working, instead of just giving up and throwing up your hands, take that extra step and run the dog off. Same situation goes for, like, say you have a dog that wants to follow you whenever you leave your property. You get up and you get in the car and you drive off, and the dog wants to run with you. The very best thing you can do is all of a sudden become irrationally angry at the dog and continue to run it back to its house, and be threatening and be scary, so that the dog will go, hey, I don't understand, what gives in this situation. And whenever I follow mom or dad or whoever it happens to be out in the car, they become ridiculously angry with me, irrationally angry with me. So obviously I don't understand that, so I'm not going to do it. That's what happens in the mind of the dog. And that is one of the best ways, to be perfectly honest. I don't know of any better way to keep your dog from following you than becoming the threat yourself. People have this idea that we are being kind to the dogs whenever we never offend them in any way, shape, or form. And it's not kind to the dog if the dog is going to get smushed on the highway. That I don't. It doesn't occur to me how people can think that is the case. That by neglecting the responsibility of teaching your dog is a kindness to the dog. It's just not. And so we want to make sure that even when it makes us feel uncomfortable, that we are doing the loving thing for our dog and teaching it what it needs to know in order to survive. So again, this is Luke Smith with the Pat Smith Dog Training. A little rant for you. Hope you guys enjoy it. Love you.